In this video, I'm going to show you how this could be the best investment you make over the next 20 years. Hello, and welcome back to Creative Money. You probably guessed, but I wasn't talking about ground nutmeg. But I am talking about Nutmeg. And Nutmeg is a UK investment company that have tried to make it very simple for new people that are looking at investing to get involved in the market. And this is their whole kind of ethos. They've tried to disrupt the world of investing by making it very easy for people to invest. This is why I started looking at it like over a year and a half ago. I'm not just jumping on this now. I know a lot of people have started to get involved in stocks recently, which is fantastic, and I think people should. But I've been looking at Nutmeg for quite a while, and now I want to let people know about it because it is a very simple way of getting exposed to investing. The way they've done it is they've made it very simple for people to understand the level of risk that they would like to have and the level of exposure they would like to have to the stock market through their app, the Nutmeg app. And let's say I wanted to invest £500 and then £100 per month. I can go through a little questionnaire on their app that within 5 minutes I'm going to be able to invest with them, and they're going to let me know what sort of returns I can expect over the next 10-20 years depending on what level of risk I want. And I'm going to show you in a minute how to do that. I filmed the whole process of myself investing and starting a new investment with them about a month ago. I'm going to show you how I did that, how it's performed over the next month, and how you can do it as well. You're going to learn all of that within this video. Now, one thing I will say is that this is not investment advice. I'm just laying out all the facts, and you can choose yourself if you'd be interested in investing with Nutmeg. And I know some of you would have found this video through search, looking at how to invest with Nutmeg. So I'm not gonna over re-explain what Nutmeg is, and instead we're just gonna jump into it. I'm gonna show you how I invested and created a new pot with Nutmeg and how you can too. All right, let's go. Right, well, this should be pretty simple. I'm gonna record my first go with it and just see exactly how it is. I already have a LISA with Nutmeg, which is a lifetime ISA, but I'll cover that in another video. Right now, I'm gonna show you how I would open a general investment account. So if you go right onto Nutmeg, this is the home screen. You can see my LISA there, but I'm gonna go in and create a new pot, which will be a general investment. And this is a standard taxable investment account. If you have it in an ISA or a LISA, it's tax-free, but this is standard and it is taxable. Anyone can get this. So what are you saving for? Just invest. You can name the pot in here because it will be a separate pot to my other investments. So this will be, let's call it the new normal. And I don't need to put that. So the investing time frame, the longer the better. Yeah, I mean, for myself, it's 20 to 30 years, but I don't know how long I'll be with Nutmeg for. So let's put it down as 20 years for now. Set up your contributions. Monthly contributions can be changed anytime. How much can you invest right now? So let's say I put in £500 originally, and then I can put in, I mean, I'm already putting 500 in elsewhere, so I'm not planning to put 500 a month into this. So let's say I can put in an extra 100 per month into this, and let's see how that goes. Do I want it fully managed? So this is where the fees come in, and you get the fully managed fee, which is up to 0.75%, the fixed allocation, which is the smallest fees. So I would go for this myself. That's what I'm going to choose. It's lower fees, and they automatically rebalance it to try and stay in line with beating the market without losing a lot on fees. So it's a portfolio. You're getting access to a lot of different investments, but it's not being taken up by active management fees. So that's what I'm going to go for. Risk reward. These are the different risks here. You've got cautious, steady, balanced, growth, and adventurous. And you'll see with each of these that the equities and bonds distribution changes with each level. If you go really cautious, it's mostly bonds. And if you go really high risk reward, it's all equities. And you can break it down further within the actual levels, you can go further into it, but this is just like the high level view that you will see when you come to it and you first go to sign up. So for myself right now, I'm not gonna go fully adventurous, I will choose growth. So it says here, the risk range we think is right for you is highlighted in green. And that's because I said I want to save for 20 years. They've taken into account my age, what I want out of it, how much do I want to save. So they're saying go for either adventurous or growth. Right now, I'm going to choose growth for the purposes of this. It says the portfolio will hold 79% equities, 21% bonds, and a small amount of cash. A small proportion of investments will be in emerging markets. It will also hold around 30% in foreign currencies. The portfolio will be automatically rebalanced if it drifts significantly away from this allocation. And this seems good to me. Historical performance has been 8% a year. Tracking the market, I don't think they existed in 2008. I don't think they existed in 1995. It's more just if they had invested this kind of portfolio, this is what they would have got an average annual return as. So if it follows that rate of return, and if I start with 500 and put 100 in each month, then by May 2040, 20 years from now, it will be 45 grand. And I can change this, you can go back in and change your projections, change how much you put in each month, but just initially by starting with £500 and then putting £100 a month, Nutmeg suggests or projects that I'll be at £45,000 by May 2040 with £100 in each month and using compound interest. So I'm going to confirm and continue, and then it shows it all here. Shows what it's likely to be like after 12 months, what it's likely to be like after 20 months, and that's it. Makes it super simple, makes it really easy, and all I have to do now is confirm and continue. Will you have sufficient emergency funds available after making these contributions? So it's saying, do I have the money right now? Is this okay for me to invest, or do I need to reconsider it? So I'm going to go ahead and say yes, continue. Next is, I could accept losing this money. That's how much it's going to cost me. I can accept losing £600, or, after 3 years, if it has bad performance, it will look like this. After 20 years, it will look like this. It's just giving you a sort of general idea. These aren't promises, they can't guarantee that, but it's giving you the idea of what it will look like in 5, 10, 20 years. So that looks good to me. So this all looks good to me. It just gives a breakdown of the management fees. And remember, when you first sign up to Nutmeg, you actually get 6 months of no management fees. I already had that before, so I don't have that anymore. But I have a link in the description below, which is a referral link. But if you click that and sign up, then you get 6 months no fees. For me right now, I've already passed that, but I'm gonna accept and continue anyway because it's still relatively low fees. Management fee is 0.27%. That seems reasonable to me. Accept and continue. And there you go. That's it. Within 5 minutes, I've now paid into a balanced portfolio that's along the lines of risk that I wanted to take and will be invested into every month for the next 20 years, as long as I don't cancel that direct debit. It's all going to be managed for me, and following their projections, I would then have 45 grand in this investment account if I made 8% a year by 2040. Now, obviously you can put in different amounts, you can play around with it, you can have a different level of risk, but in terms of getting access to a fund and access to an investment, it just makes it very simple and it makes it very easy. And now I've just started a new investment. So you can see here, say once you've paid in, it will follow this level of risk and it will tell me, it will update the projections, and you can get a lot more information here. And as always, you can always add more and pay in more if you wanted to. Yeah, and that is it. So this is interesting. I've actually just had a change of heart and I decided to go, rather than growth, I'm gonna go for adventurous in this pot and put £100 into 100% equities and try and go for a large growth on my investment. And the reason I'm filming this to update you with that is because it's actually really easy to change it. And I figured that might also be what other people end up doing. So it's really easy just to go in and I can change the risk level, which is what I just did. I went in and changed it from growth up to adventurous, but then you can also change the investment style. So originally I went for fixed allocation, but if you wanted to go into fully managed, then you can go in and have a look at it, and you can choose to change it between different risk and reward levels in here as well. So if I wanted to go ultra risk, high risk reward, then it tells you how this will be broken down and what you can expect to receive. So risk level is set to 10 and it gives you an estimation for that. Just another part of the app that I didn't realize was there. And now 1 month later, it is the 6th of June, and if you can see there, it'll be on the screen. The new normal with adventurous risk is now up to £761, which by the way I've added the £100 I set plus another £100, which has also given me an increase of 9.38% today. To date, so not just today, but overall. So that's plus £61 in a month. 10% is a pretty good return. And the LISA I've also put more money into as well, and that is now up to £5,200. Because I'm going to tell you more about the LISA in another video, so hold on for that. The reason I'm showing you that now is because a lot of people might be scared about putting their money into the stock market right now because things are so uncertain with the lockdown we're in, and depending on what time you're watching this, I mean it's June 2020, it could either be better when you're watching this or it could be a whole lot worse. But the reason I'm saying this is because there's no way of perfectly timing the market. All you can do is consistently buy in and get the best price over the long term. So actually this has been a very good month in terms of recovery, so that's why it's doing very well. But I'm going to continually keep buying in and getting the best cost basis, the best cost price by dollar cost averaging, pound cost averaging into the market. So I'm going to get the best price over the long term. So for this, if you're considering investing with Nutmeg, I would say that you just consistently buy in, make sure you have that monthly buy-in amount, because then it doesn't matter when you buy in. Over the long term, if you consistently pound cost average in, then you'll get better returns than trying to time the market. And that's been proved true over the last 100 years. So the best strategy for this, and while I can't give you financial advice, this is only for entertainment purposes, but the best strategy that you could possibly employ if you chose to do so would be to consistently buy in, keep monthly paying in, and get the rewards over the long term. That's it for now. I hope this helped. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you learned something, and maybe you can see from this process how you would invest with Nutmeg if you choose to do so. That's it for me. If you enjoyed the video, then please, comment and say if you're interested in Nutmeg, or comment with maybe some other investment advice, and we can get going chatting in the comments as well. For now, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.